Hello, Capricorn, with a weekly reading for the sign of Capricorn. My beautiful friends, welcome to this space. It's wonderful to have you here. I'm happy to be here as well. Let's go ahead and get right into it, Capricorn. I have to say, it wasn't easy getting into this energy for this week. Not sure why. Not sure why, Capricorn. We have Ace of Cups coming in. Right, Ace of Cups coming in for Capricorn. Let's see what else is here for Capricorn. Two more, Capricorn. Two more. Two more for Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, I have to say, prior to shuffling and when I was getting into your energy, getting into the Capricorn consciousness, doing all of my protection work and everything that I do before a reading, I have to say, it was hard and I cried. So whatever you guys have been through, there is some heaviness here with this Capricorn that is deep within. It's deep within and it's part of this story. So I just want to recognize that while I might not get into the depth of the feelings here in this reading, it is a weekly reading, that I just want to acknowledge. I want to acknowledge the pain, Capricorn, that comes with this story. For those of you who have really been through something quite difficult, Capricorn. All right, my friends, as we see you here in the first half of this week, or in the beginning of this week, you are in the Seven of Pentacles, Capricorn, and we see you here in this place of really putting the time in, really putting the effort in, nourishing this along, doing what you can. I feel a lot of this, Capricorn, is from outside of you. There might be not a whole lot you can do right now, Capricorn, in this situation, but I do think that you are spending time really nurturing this as best as you can, whether it's your own healing, whether it's your own empowerment, whether it's a relationship that you have. There's something here that you're really putting in the willingness and the work. For some of you, it could be waiting as well, Capricorn, in the first week. And I do think that it comes with a certain amount of vulnerability and connection to some sort of wound here. Definitely feeling that. Capricorn, as you're coming into the beginning of this week, there's something here. We have the Ace of Cups here. Ace of Cups is some sort of new love or new revitalization or new healing that you're feeling, that you're going through. Something with the heart center. And with the Ace of Cups, we have to remember this is something that is new. It's strong. It's brought you to a place of openness, of understanding emotions and the strength of emotions that come along with this. This is truly the heart center that you're working with here. The heart center, which is open, whether it's been cracked open or whether it has been willingly open. This is a heart center that's open, a heart center that's willing to put in the time, that's willing to put in the effort, Capricorn. But I feel that for many of you, this is a heart center that is damaged. This is a heart center that's overcoming some sort of hardship and heaviness, Capricorn. There's something here in the first week of the first few days of this week, Capricorn, that you are really kind of looking at this situation, looking at it in a way where your eyes are open and you're really able to see the truth. And a lot of times with the Two of Swords, it comes with our strength, the strength that we have to be able to discover what the truth is. Sometimes, Capricorn, we don't have the strength. And you might be kind of fighting this a little bit, Capricorn, as you're moving through this week, just waiting for the right time to be able to kind of look at this and see the realities of the situation. Because I feel, Capricorn, that there could be some elements here that are difficult to see or difficult to find the truth of. You could be looking for information. You could be looking for facts. You could be looking for real evidence. There could be something around you, Capricorn, where you just haven't had the time or you haven't had the strength to really see what the answer is. It could be that too. Sometimes for me with the Two of Swords, I'm just not strong enough right now to really see what the truth is. I know that there's a truth there for me to see. I know sometimes when I'm in the Two of Swords, like there's a place where I can go. Like we're talking about, like, let's look at what's impacted so many of us over the last couple of years. Let's think about money. And we don't have a lot of money. Sometimes it's hard to look at the bank account. It's hard to look there. It's hard to step into that situation when you're feeling out of control. And I think for many kinds of situations here, Capricorn, there have been people here who have been working so very hard at something and bucking up and strengthening up and standing up and waiting up and doing all of these things, rising up and still being in the waiting and nurturing position. It can be really difficult in itself. So whatever's going on here, Capricorn, I think that you're realizing the potential of this. I think you're seeing that with a little care and with some time and with some decision making, that this is a situation that can repair itself, can move into the best position for itself, because there is something here that's very much worth your time and worth your effort, and it is connecting into you in a very emotional way. But still, you know, there's some decisions to be made here. We have the Seven of Cups covered by the Seven of Pentacles. So, and I think that there's time, Capricorn. There's time here as well, because the Seven of Pentacles comes with time. It comes with the waiting period, the waiting game. And then we have the Seven of Cups, which is all about making the right decision, looking at all the options, understanding the consequences of the decision. And here with the Seven of Cups, you're looking at this in an emotional way. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you're looking at it in a more practical way. So yeah, I mean, the beginning of the week might be more emotional than it would be taking action, but definitely there's some strong emotions here. There's some feelings here, and these feelings are relatively new. And I think that they're relatively fresh. It could be a relationship that you're working on, or a precious person in your life that you're helping. With the Seven of Pentacles, let's go a little bit deeper into this Ace of Cups. Queen of Swords flipping over. Yeah, there is a protective quality here, a need to protect, but also a need to stand up, a need to speak up, there's something here that you're working on. Let's keep seeing if there's anything that comes out for this Ace of Cups, world energy. An ending or a new beginning here, Eight of Swords. Five of Wands. You could be struggling at stepping into this new beginning. Capricorn, there could be people around you that are really creating complications for you, and I think that this has deeply affected your ability to move forward. It's impacted your ability to radiate out your love. It's impacted the way you feel about your life. Something new here that you've been wanting to do, or that you've been working to do, Capricorn, that is expansive and new and bold and big for you. But there are, within the subconscious mind, I believe, parts of you that are pulling back. This could be elements in your outer world as well, because we see the Five of Wands here. There could be people around you that might want to do other things. And this might be something subliminal, like people may not be understanding how much complexity, how many problems they're bringing into this situation. They might be coming from a very personal place themselves, or coming from a very, could be even greedy place. And they might not even understand the greed that they have within them. Five of Wands. There's all kinds of people here doing their own thing, not really understanding what the other guy is doing. Everybody's going their own direction here. And these people might not even be talking together. They might all have separate desires and needs. You know, they might come towards you as a group, but then as you get down within them and start questioning this, they might not even agree themselves. Eight of Swords, some sort of teachings that came to you when you were young, or cultural restrictions, or the mindset of our parents, like what that mindset can do, how our parents believe about life. And when we're connected to them in an energetic way, their feelings, their energy, their own frequency could impact the way we feel and the way we think about moving forward into something bigger. So I think, Capricorn, you could have been dealing with this for some time, but you're in this waiting and working position here. There's a lot of different ways this can go. And I do feel like you're in some sort of visioning this week, thinking it through, nurturing it, not letting it go, understanding the understanding the value of what you have, and how you can move forward in the best and a most appropriate way. This is looking at the situation in the full truth, understanding all perspectives, looking at it with your eyes open, looking at it in a place of control, in a place of strategy, in a place of discovery of the truth. And it is a place of very much of realness, Capricorn. I think you're going to be able to do this no problem. And do I think you're going to be deeply wounded this next week or anything? No, I think that wounding that I've been feeling, Capricorn, that is something from the past. That is emotion that's being purged out with the strength that we see coming in here for you. So I think this is going to be the beginning of this week, Capricorn, is going to be an envisioning week of seeing the realness of the situation and moving forward with the best and most appropriate way. Really just looking at this and coming to some sort of agreement, even within yourself, of the best way forward. And I do feel, Capricorn, you do have time. You have time. You have some space in which to nurture this along in the most appropriate way. What I like about the Seven of Pentacles, Capricorn, is I think that you really are containing yourself. I think you are protecting this. I think you are nurturing this in a beautiful way. And while there is complexity around you, and while there is this inner conflict perhaps about how it is or what this is that you should do now as you're stepping into this new love or this new business or this new refreshing strength that you have, I do feel like you're realizing that you can decide for yourself, that you do have the time, that you do have the way forward. It's just what is the best way to do this. And this could be for a project that you have, Capricorn. It could be for something that you're just dealing with for the last couple of weeks. Somehow, though, it is connected in with the emotions for so many of you. It is connected into something deeper. I do feel that, and I felt it most definitely when I was shuffling. So I do feel like this is a snapshot in a bigger picture for many of you that has been long and difficult. All right, and as you move in, Capricorn, to the second half of this week, we have you in the Hierophant energy. And that's really interesting that you're moving into the Hierophant energy. It is a place, Capricorn, that is somewhat comfortable for you to be in this kind of a space. You are embodying the Hierophant, so you really are understanding how to create structure around this, create a process for this for yourself. I think you are understanding how this reaches out and helps in some way, helps people, or it helps bring stability, or it helps connect you into the greater picture of what this is. It helps connect you perhaps into your religion or into your spirituality. There's something here that you really are living in now, Capricorn, the last half of this week. You really are emulating, or you are living what you're saying. You are living, you know how they always say, oh yeah, I'm living the dream, living the dream. You are living your life. You are living your mindset. You're living your belief system, and you're radiating that out around you, Capricorn, in the last half of this week. I do think you have strong confidence, and you have this ability to connect in with other people in a way that brings stability, in a way that brings confidence to their lives. So you are in this very calm, a calm place in life where you're understanding your potency, you're understanding how you're bringing in stability in your life, you're understanding how you're connecting into the religion, you're understanding how you're connecting into the community, and you're radiating that out around you. Now, what's beautiful about that, we see the Hierophant coming up over the Seven of Wands. It's like the same space. This is your space that you're connecting into. I think you're pretty strong against feedback from others. You're pretty strong against the element of chaos that's out around you. You're really holding your own now, Capricorn. You have a true understanding of yourself. And while the situation around you might be somewhat what's that word? It might seem a little bit still like not totally agreeing with you, not totally, you could have people around you like looking at you in a suspicious way or wondering what you're doing or trying to figure out how you're thinking or trying to figure out how you're doing this. It just feels like there could be people around you, Capricorn, in the middle part of this week, moving into the last half of the week, where they're just kind of watching you like, what is she doing now? How is she doing this? And there could be this odd fascination, Capricorn. Like this odd fascination of like people around you. And it does feel like there could be people around you that are watching and sort of feeling sorry. They're sort of feeling sorry, and they could be feeling a little embarrassed. They could be feeling a little guilty. I do feel that like there's people around you here that are sort of watching this happen, seeing how strong you are in the actions that you're taking, and how strong you are in your belief of this, and how well this is connecting into the world around you. I think people are just surprised. I think people are somewhat awkward about it as well. And in many ways, I think they're noticing like their opinion, their criticism is not really affecting you, Capricorn. It's not really affecting you. You have the connection. I mean, it's really quite beautiful what you have. I mean, talk about the power of boundaries. Here we have you in the Seven of Wands. Whatever you need to say, Capricorn, you'll have those words. Whatever solution that's needed, Capricorn, you're going to connect right into it. You've thought of these things already. You have a system. You have a way forward. And I don't think you're really bothered by the situation that's around you either. Capricorn, as you're exiting out of the week, we have you here connecting into this Ten of Wands. Here's this Page of Swords and this Ten of Wands. Whatever's going around you, Capricorn, I think you're in a fresh new place. I mean, you could have some people around you who are still stuck on the story of the old, right? The old way it's done, being in that tired place, being in that place of depreciation, a place of being tired and always, complaining. There's something that you're moving away from, Capricorn. And I think the situation, whether it's at work or at home or whatever it is, Capricorn, it's still there. Like it's still around you. But you're moving out of this week in the Magician. So there's something here that you're working on that probably addresses this for you with the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is just feeling like there's no way out. There's no way out of this maze. There's no way out of this situation. I'm just going to have to be like this forever. I mean, this is just tiring, and I'm tired, and this is ugliness. But wait, what are you doing? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be this way. You can't try something different. You can't up level right now. You can't up level when we have this situation going on, when everything's terrible. You can't do something special. Well, what right do you have? It's that kind of this weird energy here, Capricorn. Like you're rising above here in the Magician energy. You know who you are, Capricorn. You know what you can do. You have these skills. And you are kind of thinking out of the box here with the Magician. Remember, the Magician understands the human mind. The Magician understands that there's a lot that can be done in very interesting ways that go against the grain for so many people. But a lot of times, that's what makes or breaks it for you. I mean, I really see you in this very pioneering place. Now, even if this is a project that you have or some sort of task that you have to work on, it will still carry these types of energies. It will still have this like renegade discoverer here, or this kind of I just feel like you're just going to have this. You're going to be not what's the word? Nonplussed? What's that word? whatever people say to you, or whatever sort of energy you get from people, or the looks that you get from them, you just have this confidence that you're radiating. You have something that you're winning with, Capricorn. You have something that you're winning with here in this week, and I feel like this is just the beginning of it for you. You're confident about what you're doing. You're not letting the people around you impact how you believe in this and where you're going with this. And even as the week comes to an end, you're doing something here, maybe in secret, maybe that people can't see you. I really think this element that's around you, I really think you're working to make your way away from this kind of frequency. With the Ten of Wands, you might be working on a way to remove yourself out of this Ten of Wands. Maybe there's something you can do to fix it, or maybe there's something that you can do that will help carry you away from it. Let's go into the Magician here really quick, Capricorn. Two of Cups. Connecting in with soulmate, with partnership. Two of Cups. There's a soulmate here for so many of you. True partnership here. Hanged Man, Knight of Wands flipping over. There's something that kind of came to a slowdown here. Something that you were working on. Could have been with a partner or a soulmate. A special relationship here that you're connecting in with. It could have happened really quickly. It could have happened it could have just came from nowhere and just happened so quickly, and it could have just drawn you in such a passionate way. Could have been a relationship or a project or some kind of an idea that you had to do with a friend. The Two of Cups are just people that are so connected, whether it's romantic or whether it's around a family or around a workplace. People can be connected very closely in many ways. I think for some of you, this is about love. And it could have happened really quickly. Something could have happened really quickly. And now it's moved into more of a hangman position. And you could even be working on how to create the passion again. How to bring in this new sense of adventure. How to bring it to this fiery, excited place. How to change the energy around it. I'm going to go into the Hangman. Sun in reverse. Sun coming out in reverse. I really think you're working on some sort of revitalization of something that was once really beautiful, that was once really strong, really full of vigor and full of enjoyment of life. I really feel like you're working on bringing that back in again, bringing this healing back in again, bringing the revitalization back in, the passion back in. But there's something here to be understood, and I do feel like you're working on that here, working on something here that might not be expected of you with the Magician. Could be somewhat of a surprise that you're working on as well. Could be something of a surprise. All right, Capricorn, for those of you that are interested in moving forward into the extended reading, I will see you back over on the flip side or on the other side. And for those of you that are going back to YouTube now, I want to thank you for being here. And I look forward to reading for you again next week for Capricorn. All right, thank you very much. Bye.